Here we are, a whole year later. It's just beyond words. It's so beautiful. I apologise, it's me speaking again. We'll rope somebody in the next time, okay? Because it's great to just disseminate whatever I'm trying to say. Anyway, so here we are, a year later. And I got an anecdote from a friend in Scotland, just today actually, from his friend, a cancer nurse who's worked out in Palestine on many, many occasions in Gaza. And he got a message from Tas, a Palestinian surgeon. And the response to his friend's query is, how is it? Was, tough day today. 3 thoracotomies for gunshot injuries to the heart. A 13-year-old, an older man, and a 7-month pregnant woman who had a cardiac arrest. Baby had to be delivered quickly. And it just, every day, the war against children, the war against unborn children, babies, toddlers, innocents, the war against women, the war against older men, the war against the right for existence for Palestinians. And I also came across a podcast. I've not been listening to any recently until the last couple of days, because sometimes you just have to not. But I've heard this, it might be familiar to all of you, it's not familiar to me. Ben Gurion, I do remember the name. He was the first Prime Minister of Israel. And I remember as a young kind of, idealistic woman being drawn out to potentially go out and work at a kibbutz, the egalitarianism of it, reading about Ben Gurion and all the rest, and how he, basically would not speak to his mother in their original language in order to get Hebrew up and running. And he was very, very successful in that, in his radicalism around that, but also very radical in every other way. And as I say, it's an infamous speech seemingly, but completely new to me, at a funeral in 1957, when some Palestinians crossed the fence from Gaza and killed some Israelis. I don't know the numbers. And he stood at the funeral and said, "Don't be angry with the Palestinians who crossed the fence, to cross the border to kill our own. We would have done the same if we were them. We threw them off their land and put them in there, into Gaza. We denied them hope and denied them the possibility of returning to their homes in the future. So this is something we have to accept." He means the killings. And this is then when he turns 180 degrees away from any sense of reconciliation or humanity. He goes on then to say in this infamous speech, so we have to keep expanding. We have to be armed. We have to kill them before they kill us, because they have BDS movements. I know a couple of people have mentioned it, so let's get our names together and actually start it. We're at a year now and it's past time, but now is now. The BDS actions, boycott, divestment, sanctions are the main way forward to undermine the finances of Israel. And they will always be peaceful through our campaign. It will always be a peaceful movement. We also, as the IPSC, have a motion going to the council. It's already there. It's being put forward and seconded. And again, it's a small step, but it's an important one. To the local council here in Mayo. So I would urge you to look up the IPS site or come afterwards and I can give you information on what we're doing. And please pick up your phones, or send an email or both to our local representatives here in Westport. And
until each of us knew the smell of spring there. Each of us knew we wanted to go there. Until each of us knew the smell of spring there. Each of us knew we wanted to go there. She reassembled houses and dances and harvest season. She taught us Quebec, rhythm and beat, made music and laughter steady, in the face of too many young men saying too many goodbyes to find desert jobs. She kept the chaos away. She made enough bread for 5 houses and welcomed everyone. Explained to the young ones how to wrap newborns warm. Gave them enough home to grow. Convinced she was keeping war away, with fresh garlic and extra coriander in every meal, with prayer and holy water. She believed that would be enough to keep us safe. Until the water ran out, the air ran dry, the electricity they took, only lentil meals left, the chaos creeping in, her laughter and stories lingering, until war came down from the skies, decided to take a break from breaking sounds and clouds, came knocking at her doorstep. As always, with strangers, she asked them to come in for a cup of cardamom coffee. She didn't want to be rude. As always, with strangers, she asked, "What brings you here?" Before everything fell silent, her laughter and stories lingering. That's her story by Rafif Ziada, a Palestinian poet.